It's 23 minutes to 6. A campaign group claims that a speech given by one of our local MPs about vaccine passports has been censored by the video sharing website YouTube. Big Brother Watch says the speech by the Halton Price and Howden MP David Davis was made at a fringe event during the recent Conservative Party conference. David Davis can tell us more. He's with us now. Hello there.
Hi, good evening.
Just to tell us a bit about your speech then, firstly.
Well, the speech, it's actually back on YouTube. They've given in less than 24 hours. But the speech was essentially about whether vaccine passports were a good idea. Vaccine certificates, more accurately, not international ones, but what the government was talking about requiring you to have if you went to a nightclub or to a sports match or whatever. And I argued on the basis of the latest medical evidence that they were actually misleading. I mean, they're illiberal. In this country, we don't normally require to show our papers before we do go about our normal daily business. But so it's illiberal from that point of view. And what I argued was, look, the vaccines give you nearly 100% protection from dying from the disease. They give you about 90-something% protection from serious disease. But they don't necessarily stop you carrying the disease. About 50% of people, up to 50%, still carry the disease, and viral loads just as high as somebody who's not vaccinated. So it's misleading. You may have been vaccinated, but it doesn't mean you're absolutely safe from everybody else's point of view. Anyway, YouTube decided that this was, and I quote, medical misinformation, which frankly is defamatory, and took the video down without telling. I mean, I didn't put it up. Big Brother Watch put it up, but without telling them at all. Just took it down, put this announcement on it, saying it was medical misinformation and contravened what they said was the medical consensus, which is not, and hence the row. And I suspect they've managed to massively increase the number of people looking at it just because they picked the fight. But they've also done something else. They have drawn attention to my concerns over an upcoming piece of legislation, the so-called online harms bill, which is going to make people like them responsible for monitoring and managing free speech on the internet. And I think what they've demonstrated in one step is that they're not good enough, smart enough, responsible enough to do that.
So who should be doing that then? Because clearly there is a lot of misinformation on social media, on the internet, on these websites. It must be difficult to police it, to go through everything and try and work out what is acceptable, what isn't. What would your alternative be then?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. What the legislation recommends at the moment is that platform providers, including YouTube and Facebook and all these people, should not put illegal content on the web. Fine, we all agree that's not an issue. The lawyer will make the decision there, but also take down legal but harmful content from the web. Now, what that means is anybody's guess. And my view is that what should happen is every year Parliament should review the matter, and if things are, in their judgment, harmful, then they should make them illegal. So let me give you an example. One of the big, rightly controversial issues, issues of concern, is people publishing methods of self-harm, which some children use and undertake. Now, in my view, that's just as dangerous as incitement to violence. Now, incitement to violence is illegal. And so we should make incitement to self-harm or facilitation of self-harm be illegal. But it should be Parliament that makes a decision, not Mr. Zuckerberg in California, as to what should be said on computers in the UK. And that's how it should work. And this demonstrates, this action by YouTube demonstrates they can't be trusted to do it on their own account. They've got to be given legal rules to limit what they can and can't take down. It's as simple as that.
All right, thank you very much. Just on a separate note, you will have seen the news from just over the border from your constituency of Philip Allott. He has now resigned as the North Yorkshire Police Crime and Fire Commissioner. Should he have gone earlier?
Oh, well, it's when people resign and they take responsibility for what they've done, then I tend to draw a line under it. I tend not to say you should have gone this time or that time.
If I'd asked you before he'd resigned, then we would have had this conversation 5 hours ago.
I would have said he probably should have gone, just as I would if you asked me about the head of the Met, the commissioner of the Met. I take the view that she should resign, but I don't. Once they've done the proper thing, that's it. Draw the line. Let them get on with their lives.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. David Davis there, the MP for Halton Price and Howden. 17 minutes to